This. Okay, we're recording. All right, so just some business things because there's a lot that's happened. So if you have a piece of paper to take notes, it's probably a good idea because I don't expect you to remember it all because I don't. So a couple things that we just wanted to talk about is that if you're not already in it, the New Coach University that we as a team are putting all our coaches through is the TurboFit New Coach University. So if you haven't completed a New Coach University, that's the one to be in. And when you complete it, you get a gift from your coach, which is awesome. And that is that me?
Let's try to get everybody to mute except for Becky.
Yeah,
and
I was
see
muted. It wasn't
if it's
me.
gonna. I know. Let's just see if everybody else mutes. If Becky is unmuted, if it'll make a difference for her or not. Let's try that.
Sorry, y'all. Okay. I don't like that. I like you being able to talk to me. Okay. So just a couple little things that we wanted to say is that if you are in here to get the discount, awesome. And we want you to be building for customers to be able to build volume and commission on your customers to get your Shakeology paid for. If you are hobby coaching and you want to start building a team, then it makes sense to add coaches or convert challengers into coaches. And if you obviously are in this to build a team long term, then that is definitely the route that you're going to take. But I think it's important. We want to share that and remember to share that to new coaches as you add them to your team if that's your journey. Is that when you add a coach, you don't get commission off of them. You get volume, which helps towards cycle bonuses, which helps towards income as you build a team. You don't have to understand all of that. Just keep that in mind. We at least have said that. So in a month or two, when you have a coach that wants to join you or tomorrow, you can say, hey, remember that thing you were telling me? Can you explain that again? Make sense? Okay. So a couple things that I'm looking at our notes. Okay, another thing that I just wanted to say in regards to consistency, and it's something that if you ask any coach that has been around that they will say, is that the reason that any of you guys are here is because Jen and I chose for at least half the time to be consistent. That's it. We went months and months without a lot of success at the beginning, but staying consistent, we are seeing the fruit of those relationships that we were building that are becoming challengers, and some of you like as coaches, you know, that's really what it's about. So don't give up on somebody. Someone's no is just not right now. Just not right now. The girl Angie, who is not on right now, who is a coach, started last month. She was someone I was building a relationship with for a really, really long time, and is now a business building coach, which would not have happened if I had not followed up with her. A couple things, I don't like when I can't even hear you guys. Now, there are a couple things we want to talk about is when some of us started coaching, like Jess and Liz and Jen, about 2 years and a half, 2 years ago, what was happening to invite people were hey girls. And hey girls were messages to people inviting them, just direct messages, maybe without a lot of relationship building. And those worked before, but now that there's so many MLMs out there, like have you guys gotten those just random messages from people inviting you to things? Okay. So that's why those aren't really working. What we want to do is build relationships through likes and through comments and through having them interactions with them, messaging with them about life in general. And because if they don't love you and trust you and know you, they're not going to be interested in joining your journey. And they're not going to join your journey because of all the products. They're going to join your journey, add their journey to yours because of the relationship with you. There's some people that I would never have joined, even though the products were great. And people that join me that wouldn't join somebody else, someone that might join one of you that wouldn't want to join me. So don't think just because someone has a relationship with a coach. I have a girl who isn't with her sister-in-law. She's choosing to be with me. And she's like, she's not my vibe. So don't assume that someone might not be interested in connecting with you because of that. So what we have sort of been learning a lot about lately is the importance of free groups as the new hey girl. So free groups are a way for people to know you. And so if you want more information about free groups, we can do another call on there or talk about it. I mean, Jen, I don't know how many hundreds of free group templates that are out there. You don't have to write a template. You can you can seriously just get 5 recipes off of Beachbody On Demand and do a group, but you won't need to because we have templates out there. And the reason we're not encouraging people to do free groups together, except with your new coaches who are learning, like the one that I did with Rachel. Who else was in that one? Angie last month. We did one together because I wanted to show them how I did it. And what we did was give the content for the 5 days, and then I went in live, and Rachel went in live once, all 5 days. And we have a list for you. I posted the image. It's Angie Belmar, who's one of the top 10 coaches. She goes live every day of her free group and just interacts, even if people are on live, just tells them a little bit about her. I'll just give you an example, you guys. This is my first time doing a free group that way, and built some relationships. I mean, one of Rachel's girls reached out to me about something totally unrelated to this, just because she saw my personality. So free groups are about people getting to know you, getting to trust you, and then when they see your posts about your wellness journey and you maybe invite them, they'll be like, oh, hey, you know what? I like something about her. Does that make sense? And why we're not running together? Because we don't want them to fall in love with somebody else in the team. We want them to connect with you. Any questions about that one?
Becky,
Yes.
the Shakeology group you're doing on the 25th, and Jen Crowder's also doing one on the October 2nd.
Yes.
That's like a combined group? Those are combined groups?
Yeah, and that is not a free group.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you have to pay for the Shakeology and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one we're joining up. Pretty much what happened was Nikki Whiting put together this recipe and sort of did some videos in Beatnik. I know not everybody watches that page, and challenged all the diamonds in the diamond page to get all the downlines building volume this way. Because when you order a 24 packet, I forget what the volume is, Jen. I think is it 90 PV. And so you're building personal volume, like, and I ordered it under Jason, so he gets the volume and then I get the volume.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And
okay.
so
I just wanted to make sure that was still a combined group.
Yeah, and you could run one by yourself, but there's really no need to. You can join either of them. Just make.
I think yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I don't think I'll be ready by the 25th, but I was planning on doing it on October 2nd. So
Perfect.
I'll have to just get in that group.
Let Jen and Jamie Decatur know that you want to hop in there with them. Yep. And I think the only reason I'm doing it on the 25th is because that was what I'd originally planned, and that's what I posted about. But yes. Thank you for that question. Okay. And so another suggestion, and then I'm gonna let Jen talk, so if you keep listening to me, and I don't remember what call this was on. I don't know if Jen will remember. You could add some details to it, Jen, if you remember. But when you're taking people from a free group and wanting to invite them to something more, there were sort of 3 different options that we're gonna try to be encouraging.
Liz, can you mute?
I can't. I don't have any voice. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to read.
It's okay. That there's sort of 3 different options that we're going to encourage. And again, these are just tips on what people who are doing well are using. So it's something that I know Jen and I will be trying out. So when a free group ends, following up with that person, asking, hey, saying, so glad you were there, and maybe asking for some feedback, and then giving them 3 choices. Say, hey, I'm running a similar group that's 21 days or 30 days where I can set you up the tools that blah, 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 challenge group invite, okay? Or you can invite them to do a clean week, where a couple different options. You can actually have them do the clean week that's going to be coming out on Beachbody On Demand with Megan Davies. You can do a clean week in Messenger with them, where you're sort of just one-on-one coaching them. You give them a meal plan from wherever you want, and you have them buy a sampler pack from Beachbody On Demand. I think it's $30. Is that right? $35 for 7 samples, or you sell them samples from your own stock. So that way, and they're getting to see a little bit of what your coach support is like, but they're not spending a whole $160. Or you can also offer them, if they're not all there, I do Shakeology performance line, you can offer them the $99 all access bod. So you get $40 or $50 commission on it. I think it's 40. Plus you get the volume, even though you get the SC points. It may be that once you plug them into your challenge group with just all access, they see everybody else using Shakeology and may decide to get an HD Shakeology the next month. You'll get commission on that, volume, and SC points. Have I lost everybody, or does that make sense? Okay. So, and then the next option you can give them, so challenge group or doing a clean week, sort of messenger with you and then putting them into a challenge group. or they can stay in your free group. And this is something that I'm going to be playing a little bit around with, I think, Jen, as well, is keeping your free group the same group in Facebook. So everybody that's in there stays in there. They only go out if they choose to take themselves out. So last month I ran a free group. What did I run it on, Rachel? Oh, I can't hear you. I really can't remember right now.
Back to school, fit,
Thank you.
anxiety.
School and
Yes.
school anxiety.
Yes, thank you. So normally, even though, what I'll probably do is take Angie and Rachel's people out of there so they can then put them where they would like. And I will maybe take out the posts from that past group and just add new people in when I post from my free group in October. Does that make sense? So I still have all the
picture. So it has a
Pardon?
new name. Change
Yes.
the cover picture, the name
change
of
the
the
cover
group.
picture, change the name of the group. And so that way people that were in the other one will still be in this one. Does that make sense? And if they don't want to be in or message me, say, hey, what is this weird group I'm in? It's like, oh, it's a new free group. You're welcome to stay in, or you can take yourself out. Right? Okay. So, yeah, go ahead, sweetie.
Do you feel like that's going to be easier than just creating a new group and adding those same members to that new group?
I don't know.
So
I
this,
haven't tried it.
Okay.
It was a national wake up call. It was the Jatana Jackson one, I believe.
Okay, we
If I'm
can
remembering
straight.
correctly. I don't know. It was one of the Monday national wake up calls, and she said people would sit in those free groups and never really, but you're constantly there for them. You're constantly showing up for them. They check in those groups when they can, when they want, and then maybe it just jogs their memory of you, and you keep showing up, and you keep popping in live, and you keep telling them that you're popping in live. Maybe they look at it and they realize, oh, I really kind of like her. Oh, I really kind of do want to get healthier. Oh, maybe I should message her, you know? So that was just her recommendation. That's obviously I don't know if it works, but it is simpler than having 87 groups that you can't figure out how to close, because that's my life. So.
Yes, there actually is an algorithm. But
I can't. Yeah. I have pull-ups on my desk to do.
I know, right?
I'm not closing groups on Facebook.
Yeah, in her next life. So that was sort of the idea. And I guess we'll let you know how it goes. That's what I'm going to be trying. So I don't know how it's going to go. But I know that right now I need to work smarter, not harder. So that's one of my smarter goals. We'll see if it ends up being worth it. And then a couple of things I want to just mention that Jen's taking over. Tomorrow, the 21-day yoga retreat is adding pre and postnatal yoga, which is super exciting. So even if you're not pregnant, I don't know if anybody's pregnant, Rachel. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So you could just take a picture of it on BOD or put it on your Instagram story and be like, so cool for my pregnant friends, or if you just had a baby, awesome yoga, oh my goodness, blah, 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 more great content, whatever. The Clean Week with Megan Davies comes out October 3. If you want to learn more, it's in the Coach Breaking News on your Coach Online office. Jen, why don't you, when you maybe talk a little bit about what we're doing for October groups, and so people can sort of start thinking what they might want to do. And also, I want to just mention there's something called a Diamond Bonus. If any of you are interested in building towards Diamond for the fourth quarter, if any 6 weeks of October, November, and December, any 6 weeks, to be the last 6 weeks of the quarter, if you have Diamond and you hit Success Club for October, November, and December, you're eligible for a $250 quarterly bonus. Yeah, go ahead.
Not just eligible, you get it.
Oh yeah, you get it. Sorry, it's not like they draw your name. Yeah.
No, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do it again.
Yep. And that's pretty cool, because used to you had to be 1 2-star diamonds to get bonuses. This is what they're doing to people to be able to, yeah, so that's cool. And then we talked about, okay, and I'm in a volume training. Who else is in the volume training, the 500 PV training? I think you are, Liz. Okay, so one of the things they're really talking about there, if someone just want to do Shakeology, or they just want to do all access, fine. Or if they want to, there's a skin care line, there's Daily Sunshine, there's Boost you can add. Don't think if they don't do challenge pack, write them off. There's other ways to build volume. They might just want to do a little sampler of Daily Sunshine. One of the things I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to call it a test group. I'm going to ask some of my friends if they're willing to do a test group and let me know if their kids like Daily Sunshine. It's $20 for them to order the packets, 4 packets, and I'm going to give them a gift, and I'm going to build some volume. And I'm going to have them answer some basic questions this is what was in the 500 volume group about, do your kids like it, blah, 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 whatever. And I think a lot of our friends would, if they're doing it like as a favor to us, and their kids might end up liking it. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think a lot of people want to spend $130 on a bag of something their kids might not like. But they might drop $20 because they like you. You're asking for their help, and you're going to send them a whatever. So, okay. I'm going to stop talking. Jen, you're up, girl.
This is not on our little list of notes, but as Becky was talking, one of the things that just came to my mind is that there are just lots of trainings. The one that Becky was just talking about, there's lots of trainings. There's New Coach University, there's Emerald, there's Diamond, blah, 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 blah. And all those things are great. And we want you to be in those at least basic New Coach University. And then from there, move on to Emerald training. And if that's your goal, move on to Diamond training. But what I was just thinking was, at the minimum, you guys, the National Wake Up Call on Monday morning is gold. It is gold. So if that is not a priority in your week, every week, but you're looking at YouTube videos to try to learn other things, stop. Just listen to the National Wake Up Call. And this is coming from a place from somebody who poo-pooed it, because I was like, it's all for new coaches. And I mean, I literally learn massive amounts every week. And new coaches, seasoned coaches, everybody can gain from those calls. They are some of the best doing this, sharing their secrets, basically. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by training, I guess I would, and maybe none of you are, I feel that way sometimes, but then it's like, just go listen to the call on Monday. And if you can't get on at 11 o'clock on Monday, because quite frankly, it's not the best time for everybody, there's a bajillion other ways to listen to it. You can call back on the number, you can go to the website and listen to it on your computer. So go ahead, Beck.
Yeah, and it's on the Team Beachbody podcast, which you can get to. If you don't have the mobile app for your Coach Online Office, just search mobile Coach Online Office on your Safari on your phone and save it as a widget. And you go in there to events, National Wake Up Call, podcast. You can stop and start it. If you call in, frozen again. If you call in, you can't stop it and start it. But the podcast you can. Could you guys hear that or no? Could you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
So
we got
was I like this the whole time?
You were just like this, talking.
Okay, I'm muting myself. Go, Jen.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to look at my list, because like I said, you guys, this is my life. Lego people and pull-ups and sweating myself to death, and I'm trying my best. But life is hard. The struggle is real, and I love you all, and this makes me so happy. Really, that's all. Okay. So, what do I want to talk about first? I only have a few things to say, so don't worry. Okay, so the 28th of September, we have our monthly Coach Sneak Peek Zoom. We have always, for those of you that have been around, we've always done a Facebook event where we all go live. And quite frankly, I think I'm going to need medication. I'm so stressed out doing it that way. So we have decided, and medication's okay if you're on medication. Okay. I can't hear you, Becky. So can any of you even hear me? Reel it in. I know. So anyways, we are doing Zoom. So we will share the link for the Zoom with anybody that we have invited that would like to be on the call, and then we will do the call that way. All that being said, for any of you new coaches who have not shared your Why I'm Here story on a Zoom call, are there any of you that would be willing to do that in our September Coach Sneak Peek? And really all it is, you guys, is saying, hi, this is my name. This is why I decided to become a coach, and this is the gift that I have received from it, or gifts, so far in the last 17 hours since I signed up, or whatever. It's simple. It's like 2 minutes. Who are you? Why are you coaching? And what gifts have you seen in your life? So I will pause for a moment and see who decides to unmute themselves and say yes, please.
And it kind of makes you want to vomit thinking about it. Yes, it's exactly how Jessica And Jen and Eve and Chris and I felt last January we did our first one. Like literally we were about to go into it and they're messaging me, why are we doing this? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Stop it. Why are we doing this? Cancel it.
What
And
time
we
is it?
did it.
It is at 9 o'clock on Thursday, the 28th, 9 o'clock Eastern. And the reason
How am I
that we
gonna
do it,
get
I know
up?
it's late. I
Am I
know.
going to get up for a 5:30 workout?
I'm sleeping in tomorrow morning, and I will sleep in the day after
I
that.
can't
too.
sleep in tomorrow. I still have to get up. I will do it.
Love you. You're the best.
That'll gives me a deadline to get my why.
There you go, girl.
Good.
So
Thank you, Danielle.
I'm going to regret that tomorrow, but
Yep.
No, you're
right now.
But we'll still make you do it, even if you regret
It'll
it.
just be your fear talking. We don't listen to her.
Yeah, she's stupid.
Hey,
Okay.
Jen, I can't remember. Is it on the 21st or the 28th?
28.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. The other few things, and of course I can't find my phone now, that we were talking about, Becky and I, and came to the conclusion that we should tell you all, you should have this on your phone if you don't already, but there are 3 things, if you work off of your phone and would die if it died, you should have these on your phone. So the first one is mobile enrollment. So raise your hand if you don't know what that is, because if you all know what that is, then I'm not going to spend time talking about it. That's great. Okay. So
but
mobile enrollment.
don't talk about it just for me.
Yeah, that's why you're here, my friend. I won't talk about it at length, but I will talk about it. So mobile enrollment is essentially a place where you can take someone's email and exactly what they want to purchase, put it in. It's what I did with you, Danielle, and you got an email, and all you have to do is complete the email, right? And you can have it as an app on your phone. You can't search it in the app store. What you have to do, Danielle, does anybody else not know how to get it on your phone?
I've tried and I haven't been successful in doing it, but it's easy for me to do it. I've got it tabbed on my laptop, so I just usually run to my laptop
Okay.
and do it.
So
but-
that's basically all you need to do is go onto your teambeachbody.com, log in, click coach, but don't go, there's the drop down when you click coach where you can choose one of those 3 options, like coach online office, become a coach, or previous office view. Don't click any of them, just click coach. And on the left-hand side, when you do that, we'll give you all these options. One of them is called mobile enrollment. So like Rachel said, you can tab it on your computer, say favorite it, whatever, once you click on mobile enrollment. Or if you do all of those same things on your phone, if you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, I'm really sorry. You should find a new team because I can't help you. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually kidding because I can't help you, but don't find a new team. Please don't. But how does it work now on an iPhone? Does anybody know? Eve knows all non-iPhone things. No? Okay. Well, look, see, I have this lovely, I'm fitness taco in my mouth. Okay. This is real life, you guys. This is what I was searching on my computer, my phone earlier. But if you have an iPhone, on the very bottom, there's this little box with the arrow. Anytime you want to make
A widget.
an app, can everybody mute themselves? I don't know who that is with the noise, but the clicking. It might be me, honestly. Okay. Anything that you have that you want to make that page an app, you click that, and it gives you the option, what is it even called? Add to home screen. And then that page becomes an app. So when you click on that app on your phone, it will open that web page. Okay? So mobile enrollment, if you're not using it, use it. It will save you so much time. You can keep track of if people have opened the email or not, if people have completed their order or not. And then you can circle back with them because you have this lovely little list in there. Okay.
Really quick, sorry, the only time you can't use it if they've ever ordered from Beachbody in the past, then you cannot use it.
Yep. Okay. If you don't have the mobile coach office on your phone, that is another app that's super important to have because you can quick look stuff up on there. You can look up FAQs, lots of stuff. And then the third and final thing to make sure you have on your phone is the BB Links app. So it's just BB Links. And you can look that one I believe is in the App Store. So that one, essentially what it does is you put in, when you open the app the first time, you put in your coach ID, and then you can search for any program, anything that Beachbody sells that somebody might want to buy from you. You search for it, and when you click on it, you can copy and paste the link that will take them directly to purchase it themselves if mobile enrollment does not work for them for some reason. If they're not, because mobile enrollment is for challenge packs. So if they're not buying a challenge pack, or they have previously purchased with you or someone else, then you're going to go to BB Links, and then
You can
using
use
that
it.
link.
You can use it for Shakeology HD.
Is Trey playing the drums, Jessica? Okay.
No, it's my dad hammering.
Okay. Okay. So those are like the only 3 things that I was going to talk about, because we did new coach intros, new coaches on sneak peek, what to have on your phone. Okay. So October. If you are listening to me say all these things that I'm going to say and you start feeling overwhelmed, then just ignore me, because you don't need to worry about it. What's the matter, Liz?
It was just hard to hear you for a second.
Okay. Am I okay now? Okay. So? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I am doing schedule-wise in October. You do not have to do this. This is simply to let you know a flow that may work for you. Maybe you'll hear this and you'll say, I'm going to do one of those 4 things because I just started coaching and that's overwhelming to me. And that's okay. It's totally okay. It's your business, your journey. I just want to share, because for me, hearing what other people are doing is super duper helpful. So my plan for October, I will be finishing my September challenge group on September 30th. So that is my paid group. The first week of October, October 2, I'm going to run a free group. So it'll give me a chance to be switching over and giving a week off of a paid group to sort of flip my people over into a new paid group. But in that week of the 2nd, I'm going to do how to meal prep, because I have a lot of people that ask me that sort of stuff. Can you guys hear me okay? So, okay. So October 2nd is going to be a free group. October 9th, I will start my 21-day October challenge group, which will just be a basic 21-day paid group. October 16th, I'm going to do a sneak peek into coaching. What's the face, Becky?
I'm just messaging Callie.
Oh, I'm like looking at both of your faces and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Can you hear me? Okay.
You're
Stop
so
it
great.
now. Stop it. Okay, so the 16th, I'm going to do a sneak peek into coaching, and that's going to be a free group, and that's the kind of group that Becky was talking about, just being you, just being me, with the idea of if they're in that sneak for that week, the following Thursday will be our all-team 1-hour sneak peek. You hear me? I'm watching Jessica for all of her faces.
Put your mic right by your phone, right your mouth. Now try.
Is that better? Not better.
You just kind of sound like you're in a tunnel.
I am. Really.
Well, you sound
You wanna
better
see
now.
how my feeling is?
Yeah.
I'm
I
in a
can hear
tunnel.
you now. You're doing fine. Go ahead. Keep.
Okay, so the idea with doing the sneak peek the week of the 16th is that the following week on the Thursday, we will have our full team 1-hour sneak peek. And so people who've been in that 1 week one and then still have some questions, maybe just need a little bit extra information, a little bit more love and care, they can pop into that the next week on Thursday. And then the Clean Week program that Beachbody is doing, that's going to be amazing and an amazing lead-in to challenge groups with people, is actually coming out at the beginning of October. But I'm not going to run a Clean Week group until October 23rd. So that'll be my 4th week group. And the reason is because honestly, I just want to know what I'm telling people they're getting into. And so I want to be able to really check it out myself first, see what it's like, see what it actually is offering people, so that I can honestly invite people to something that I know about. So I will have a different group starting each week. I would never have done that like 2 years ago because that would have been overwhelming, which is maybe where you're at, and that's totally okay. So that's just my outline for my month. The end.
One thing I'm going to jump in on and say that if you guys want to do a sneak peek into coaching group yourself, even if it's like for a person or two, that similar days or whatever, we can give you content to post. Does that make sense? Or if you want to do it with another coach, we're not going to all do one together, but we could do that. Would be an option. So
Well,
let
and
us
like
know.
my how to meal prep, I have a template. I have a cover photo.
So we can
So if
all
you
be
hear that
doing
and you're
one.
like, I want to do that, I would love to give that to you. You run it with your people so they get to know you and fall in love with you. But all the info is out there. You don't have to make stuff up.
Yeah. And I think that's a really big piece is for them to see you and know and see how amazing you are. And what's interesting, I listened to the National Wake Up Call on my drive last night, and what Jen was just saying about how she's going to run that group, and then we'll have our team call on the 28th, is this coach did a webinar Zoom thing like we're going to do. Oh, one more minute. I want to take a picture of us. Anyways, what she said is that she asked all 7 of her new coaches why they signed up, and they said, I want to be a part of the energy, that family, that team that you have. So that's why we like to have these live things, so they can see us being real people and thinking, oh my goodness, if those crazy animals can do this, then maybe I can too. Okay, everybody smile. And so anything that Jen and I are talking about that you guys are doing, we have all the content, and our desire is simply to help you replicate and duplicate some of our mistakes, not our mistakes, hopefully things we're doing well. And I'm going to just say one thing that I was hesitant to say, but I'm going to say it. It rocks me. I can't believe it. What? Is that I was on the top 10 of Nikki Whiting's this past week. She has 2,500 coaches. I didn't believe me. I was stuck in fear. I was stuck in everything. I didn't think I could make a difference. All of you have a world to change. You can do this. If I can do this, and she can do this, and she can, all of you can.